Since it's gone away, it kind of feels like it all happened a long time ago. It feels like, oh, we're back to normal life now. There's no 24-hour sports and excitement. What do we all... It just feels like... I don't feel like I've thought about it much since the event has happened. But I think in terms of legacy and in terms of Stratford, that will come up more and more and more and more and more as we get further and further and further away from the event of the Olympics and more about, well, what are we going to do now? I think,
yeah, a lot of promises that were made to East Londoners we were included. I mean, I'm in East London. I went to Hackney Weekend. I did a lot of Olympic festival stuff. I went to the Olympics and the Paralympics. So I feel like we were included.
Even if there is no legacy, which obviously we don't know now, but in years to come, there probably will be. But even if there isn't, there's still the idea of history of once upon a time, a story to tell the grandkids. Once upon a time, we held the games right here in East London, and it's just quite a good thing to have.
It's one of those things where you don't know because generations haven't come yet for you to know whether or not it will really have an impact, or if it really does have an impact right now. But I'm sure if you're an athlete, that story you'll pass on to your family will be very proud, or if you're somehow connected to someone who was involved in it, whether it's a camera person or a cleaner, it will have an impact in some way.
Just the idea of one summer ago in 2012, I watched the Olympics. I went to one Olympic event, one Paralympic event, and I really had fun. But otherwise, not much has changed for me.
In terms of how the Olympics has changed, I think the way people view disabilities and the Paralympics especially was quite powerful, and I believe that it really did open up people's perceptions and change them if they were sort of more negative towards how the boundaries that you can push being disabled and what have you. So I think, yeah, it's quite powerful.
I definitely don't think we should have a London cultural festival, because when we had the festival here, during the summer, I don't think many people knew what was going on or anything, except for Hackney Weekend, which was well publicised, but they just put their kind of stamp on it. Other than that, it didn't really add much, and if it never happened, it wouldn't have taken much away either. So I don't think in years to come, people will, if it happens, people will really associate the London Cultural Festival with the Olympics. I don't really think it's quite useful.
The housing changes, the new transport systems, the improvements, the fact that people are actually trying to improve the culture in this country and the economy and arts, and how people are respecting arts and culture more and trying to use it as a way to fund the economy, because then it's attracting tourism. So I think that would be really ignorant to ignore all the ripple effects the Olympics have had. So no, I'm glad it happened, and anyone who thinks it shouldn't should just crawl under a rock. So yeah.